Hi all, my name's Tim Olson. I'm one of the developers working on the ViaCAD family of products from Encore, the ViaCAD 2D, 2D 3D, and ViaCAD Pro. Today we're going to demonstrate how a user can conceptualize an idea and take that idea, make a digital prototype, push and pull it into different various ideas, and then finally take the part and make a physical model out of it using 3D printing. For our example today, we're going to go ahead and create a spoon. Suppose you have a new family member, a new niece or nephew, and you want to do something unique, something special, something personal. So you decide you're going to create a spoon for your new niece or nephew. And I'm going to show you how we could go about conceptualizing that spoon, explore different shapes, and then finally have a 3D printed model created of it. All right, we're going to start off with the mesh and subdivision tools to create this model. And I'm going to create a block, and I'm just going to sketch the base of the spoon. And you can see I can sketch something, and I can go back up to what's called the data entry window. I can go ahead and make this more precise. And next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull out a handle for our spoon. And I'm going to select the Deep Select tool, and I'm going to grab this middle facet here. And let's turn on the gripper. That's how we're going to do a lot of our push pulling. And let's go ahead and pull that facet out, extrude it, copy it, and let's pull out a couple more to help the shape of our handle of the spoon. And I'm going to zoom up and let's grab the scale widget of the gripper, and let's scale copy this end facet down. Alright, so believe it or not, that's the beginning of our spoon. Let's jump over here into the front view, and we're going to take the spoon itself and thin this out a bit. And I'm just going to grab all these points, and I'm going to go over to the gripper and I'm going to tell it to do non-uniform scaling. So it's just going to scale in Z right now. There we go. That's a lot thinner. But you know what? Where the handle connects, I'm going to make that wider, and let's pull that back out. All right, and now let's start giving it a little bit more shape here. I'm going to grab these corner vertices, and I'm going to do a scaling operation on it. So it's just going to scale them about the center, and that rounds them off. And let's go out to the top of the spoon, and let's pull it out. All right, so here's what our spoon's looking like as a collection of quad facets. Now let's go ahead and let's turn this into a subdivided mesh. I'm just going to pick it. I'm going to subdivide it once, twice, 3 times. Then let's go ahead and we need to put a bowl in here. So let's grab these points, jump over into the front view, and let's pull them down. There we go. And let's see what that looks like as a subdivided mesh. All right, let's now take our handle. Let's give it some more shape. Let's pull it up. There we go. And it's kind of a short handle. Let's make it longer. And let's take these facets near the end of the spoon, and let's flare those out a bit. And I'm going to just grab those points and pull it out along the Y direction. Okay, so we're coming along. Let's do some more. Shaping of this. Let's take the handle and let's make it less thin. There we go. And suppose we want to change the tip of the spoon. Let's we can make it more, less, and you can see the different ways in which you can modify this. All right, let's try that for our spoon. Suppose we want to send it off to have someone else review it. We probably want to put a couple of dimensions on it. Let me take our spoon and do a modeled sheet of it. And I'll just make it in the top view. And then I'm going to pick our spoon and I'm going to put a bounding box on it so I can get some hard dimensions off the length and the width. And let's go ahead and dimension those vertices. So we're a little over 4 inches long and we're almost 1 inch tall for the spoon. Let's get rid of that bounding box, we don't need that anymore. And let's share it with somebody. Let's print out a PDF of it. Let's go to the print tool and let's do a let's mail our PDF to somebody. Let's send it off to anyone we want. All right. Or let's send it off to Adobe Illustrator. Let's just save it as a PDF. I'll save it to my desktop. I'll call it my test, and I'll pop up Adobe Illustrator, and let's open that up in Illustrator. And if we want to do more with it in another program that just demonstrates you can do so. Let's go back over into our model, and let's go back to the original model, the 3D model, not the drawing. Let's isolate that layer that contains it. Something else we can do once we have our part created is add some photorealistic visualization to the design. I'm going to pull up our rendering tools, and let's change this model to white, and let's just render it as a plastic, or let's go ahead and render it as a more of a gold. And this just lets you visualize the model in a little bit more realistic setting. And now let's go ahead and let's export it as an STL file, because I want to send this off to have it estimated how much it would cost to have it built. So let's make an STL file, and we'll call it my spoon. And I'm going to launch a browser for Shapeways, and I'm going to upload it to Shapeways to get a cost on it. And I'm going to upload my design. I'll select my file, it's my spoon, and let's put it in inches. I did my model in inches, and let's upload it. So it's going ahead and processing my model now. It's validating, confirming it, and as soon as it's finished, it will display into my models here. So now Shapeways has processed my spoon, it's validated the model, and it's even created a cost for the model for a variety of material types. The default material type is a white, strong, and flexible for less than $5. I probably might do that for my prototype, just to make sure it's everything that I want it to be, and then follow it up with selecting one of these other types. For example, I could have a gold-plated glossy one for $27, or I'm going to do silver glossy for $82. Let's go to add this to our cart, go to the checkout, and you can see for under $100, well, it looks like we can get a silver custom-made spoon for our niece and nephew. Thank you very much for watching this demonstration of how ViaCAD can take your concept to 3D printed part. If you'd like more information about the ViaCAD family of products, please visit www.punchcad.com.